Well, welcome to Uniquely Brutal, episode 16. Holy shit. Remember the previous episode near the end when I added that extra 17 minutes in the end and I kept saying, episode 14, episode 14. I gotta add this on because, it's episode 14 and it was 15 the whole time. Really sorry about that. Oh, I forgot to mention. Hi, I'm Ben Davis. I'm an artist. I'm an enthusiast. I record my farts and my defecation for your entertainment. So, yeah, welcome to the podcast. I won't be able to do a video diary this week or maybe next week because, well, the place I normally do it, the disclosed location, is under renovation because it has dick-sized cockroaches running around and they gotta be rid of. And it was really interesting because I spoke to the exterminator and I asked him, so what are you doing with all the dead bugs as soon as you got them all? And he's like, well, we're gonna take them to a place and discard them. And I told him, can I keep all of them? And he said, sure. May I ask what you're gonna do with them? And I'm like, oh, come here, let me show you. You've ever heard of epoxy? I stir it with my dick. I'm just kidding. But anywho, this week, and I'm sorry, it will be a short one, because I got a lot of stuff to do. I've been very busy working on my comic book and, getting some other cleaning things done and lots of other things as well. Helped a friend harvest, and that was awesome. Yeah. And cannabis can make you sneeze and really, really fucking agitate your allergies like crazy. So, anywho, sorry about no video diary again this week. But you get to watch me in this nice video bathe my dragons because they needed a clean. Oh, yes, they did. Did, whatever. So right now I'm just gonna bathe Mike, the boy, because he woke up first. Spike hasn't woken up yet, but sometimes it's nice to wake up a dragon with a nice warm bath, and then they get super excited and then they start playing in the water. But it also might be a good idea to have your dragon heat up under its heat lamp, just so it gets those vitamins the first part of the day. Then give it a nice bath. Mike loves baths. Well, he kind of takes a shower bath, 2-in-1. I put him in this tote right here, right? So he's not chilling in the tub all the time. Well, the reason why I put him in the tote is so he don't shit in the tub. I don't want him to shit in the tub. That's no good. So I put him in the tote. He plays in the tote. It's this little fun pool. Make sure the water temperature is great. It's already perfect right now. And then he just starts playing around in the water. Has a fun goddamn time with it. Yeah, he swishes his tail around. He swims around like a crocodile. He has a good goddamn time. So yeah, it's going to be a simple podcast tonight. This one may be just a little over a half hour. I'm going to keep it simple. Sorry. This will technically be the shortest podcast. Wait a minute. Wasn't the one before I did the 12-minute one? That was kind of like a podcast when I was cleaning my room and my fucking dragon's tank. Yeah, that's kind of like a pod. But, nah, this one's just going to be, I'm not speeding up everything. I tried to make this one as long as possible. Look at him having a good fucking time. Aw, he loves the water. He really plays. Alright. Guys, there are some things I need to address. Actually, in a lot of my podcasts, especially the last few. And I'm sure you can agree with me. I have an annoying-ass laugh. I'm sorry. And I mean, not what I just right now. The one before, episode 15, I thought was the most laziest podcast. My laughs sound like a shittier Seth Rogen laugh, and I was laughing at my own jokes. And it's really weird. Well, it's cringy when you laugh at your own stuff and nobody else is laughing. I gotta stop doing that because I don't like it myself. I really do not. I know it's me, but it's just it's a bit too stonery, and it's I want to be a little more professional, whatever the fuck. But I used to laugh a lot, back in high school. I used to laugh just like Seth Rogen, and unintentionally. It just kind of happened. And then once I saw more Seth Rogen movies, I'm like, I don't want to laugh like that. I don't want to do that. Look at him having fun, having a good old time in the water. So yeah, my laugh is pretty fucking annoying, I know. But, you know, I'm learning as you go. As you do what you gotta do. Okay, well, I addressed that. My annoying ass laugh. What else here's on my notes? I gotta go and check. Oh yeah, I got a fun story to tell you. And I have to go back into high school. This is about 2009. Yeah, 2009. I want to say. This is you're gonna find a hard time believing this, but when I was in 9th grade, I took a class, and it's a class not a lot of people took, so it was usually a small group. It's a class under probably a dozen people. I took a lifeguard training class because at one point in my fucking high school, I thought, hey, you know, I really love swimming. I should be a lifeguard. Now I knew. Now that looking back, that's a fucking horrible reason to be a lifeguard because I like swimming and I'm good at it. I should be a lifeguard. So retarded. No. My mom thought the same thing too. You are good swimming. You are good at swimming, Benjamin. You should be a lifeguard. Let me sign you up right now. And let me tell you, I passed the class, but I did not pass the CPR. Therefore, they could not qualify me as a lifeguard. Because I'm retarded. You should never fucking hire a retarded person to be a lifeguard. That's just, hey man, that makes sense. That was so fucking stupid. It was fun though. I mean, honestly, the class was fun, and my teacher was a fun teacher. What was his name? Mr. I can't remember his name. But he was actually, well, he was of course more loosey-goosey with it because it was a class of under 12 students, and it was like it was me and another freshman, and everyone else was an upper grade, and everyone was super nice. Like, we kind of became friends, not close friends, but we all got along pretty well. And we, you know, doing all the fun things in the pool, that was actually, you know, the fun, like, they had to teach us, like, what you would have to do if you were to, what the fuck was it? Literally turn your clothes into floating devices. We took all of our clothes that day, like a day. We had to take a specific bag of clothes because we were going to dress up in these clothes, like thick clothes, like a sweater, jeans, and all that stuff. And we were going to jump in the deepest end of the pool. And with our clothes, as if we were in a, like, for an example, just any situation. Just hypothetically, if you're on a pontoon with a bunch of friends, the pontoon tips over because, you know, a big fucking iceberg tips. I don't fucking know. It tips over. You're on the water. You're far away from land. You got to create some sort of floating device before help comes get you. Oh, he's taking a huge shit. Oh my god, look at that. Oh, fuck. Oh, is there another log going to come out? No, big a thumbs up. That's everything. Oh, no, that was some piss at the end. Oh, man. Jeez, I bet that felt good, didn't it, Mike? Jesus. Okay, I'll go back to the story. Hold on. Yeah, wiggle a little more out, buddy. After this point, when they take a shit, I take them out of the tote, put them under the shower, and I take the whole tote out of the tub to dump in the fucking toilet and flush that shit down, because I don't want that in the tub. But yeah, that's how you should give a dragon a bath. I think that's fun. Well, that's one of the many ways. Depending on where you live, probably don't want to use your water. If you live in the city, I wouldn't. See, I live in the country, so I have well water. So this water's safe for the dragon. But there are some water, like some city places where it's super fucking hard water. You would not want to expose your dragons to that because they're drinking, you know. He's drinking the water right now as he's in the shower. But this water's safe. Safer than a lot of that fucking city water. It's not the safest water, but it's not going to kill you. So yeah. Dump him. Yeah, I rinse the fucking toad out so there's no more shit in it, and then I just dump it on him because he likes that. He plays around with it. He has so much fun. Look, he's a happy fucking dragon. Okay, back to the story. Now they'll put him back in so he can keep, playing in the water, because he loves to play in the water. Alright. So your pontoon tips over by an angry iceberg with a humongous dick, and you and your friends have to turn your clothes into floating devices. It was really interesting how we did it. Now, jeans work pretty good. The denim kind of holds in bubbles for a while, so you can actually make a floating device out of denim with your jeans. If you tie the legs, you kind of put a lot of air in the waist part so it goes up the legs, and you can actually float around on that for quite a while. Now, some air may seep out. We'll just keep filling it up. It'll take a while before it does seep out, and we made flotation devices with our clothes, and it was pretty fascinating. I enjoyed the class. It was good, but I am not fit to be a lifeguard. Not now, not then. Especially kids. Why would you have kids as lifeguard? Okay, if you're in school, I don't think you should be a lifeguard until after you fucking graduate high school. That's just my opinion. Now, given there are some kids that are super smart, I'm just saying that because most kids are fucking dumb, even in high school. I'm sorry, they don't like being called kids then. If you're in high school, you're a fucking kid, okay? You're 18 and under, you're a kid, alright? You're 19, you're a kid. You're 22, you're still a fucking kid, kind of, but you're a little more of a kid adult. I don't think kids should be fucking lifeguards, man. They should have more experience. They should experience a near-death thing and then they'll go, oh yeah, life is very fucking important. I should be more serious. I'm going to guard lives now. I don't know. Don't listen to me. I'm a goddamn idiot. Folks, remember, I record my farts and defecation. Okay? So, just know that right now. I'm all... Don't fucking take me seriously. I'm a comedian, goddammit. Oh, look at him like a crocodile in the water. He's enjoying it. He's filling up with air right now. He loves that. He swishes his tail around. He's having so much fun. He's so happy. Yeah, give him a little rubby. He's like, no, I want to still keep playing. I know when he's done playing in the water, when he comes to me and he wants to climb up my hand, and he's like a fucking wet noodle. He's just passing out. He's like so relaxed, and that's when I know he's like, okay, he's had enough. That means he wants to go back in his tank under his heat lamp and watch some Moana or whatever. Look at that fucking whip! Oh my gosh. He's having a good old goddamn time. Nah, it's a cute fucking dragon. I haven't masturbated in 5 days. So, when I got Mike, they told me that he was a red, fancy bearded dragon. And he had a bunch of siblings that were much more redder than him. He was a fascinating story because I got Mike from a really cool pet shop in Lansing, Old Town Lansing, called Bruce's Pets. I mentioned it on my previous pod, and well, the cleaning episode, the new series I'm doing about cleaning shit. That was fun. I enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed me playing the shitty flute in the background. Well, it's not a shitty flute, but I was playing it shittily. Shit-like. So, when you get a bearded dragon from Bruce's Pets, first of all, Bruce's Pets is fucking awesome. It is the best pet shop in Michigan. The best. They only hire people who have OCD, who have extreme passion for animals. They don't just hire someone who's like, oh, I'm just looking to get a paycheck. No, they hire people who fucking are like they hire somebody who specifically does all insects. They hire somebody who specifically does all birds. There's somebody who does specifically the plants even. They don't just have animals there, man. They got all sorts of really cool plants for terrariums. I mean, it's a badass place. I love it. And the guy I bought Mike from, his name is Jason. A really fucking cool guy. He looks so much like Big J. Okerson, and he talks like him too. But just imagine Big J. Okerson, but huge. Just imagine a Big J. Okerson, but big into reptiles and bugs. That's Jason. Really cool fucking dude. He works at Bruce's. Awesome dude. Oh, I can't wait to smoke with him someday. Anywho. You have to call in advance if you ever want to get a bearded dragon, because they do get bought up so fast. So when they get a new shipment of beardies or a new, hatchling, hatching or whatever, they wait a few weeks or a couple weeks before they can sell them. You can't sell a beardy right after it hatches. You got to make sure it's healthy. You got to make sure it's eating good. And that takes a few weeks, you know? And then they can sell it. After that, they're like, okay, it's doing good. It can eat. It's whatever. When I got to, they called me that day, let me know all the babies are in. And when I got there, well, first of all, they let us in early. The ones that are going, they know are going to buy the bearded dragons. They actually let you in before the store even opened. So we had to get there early in the morning. And when I get there, everyone's coming and rushing. They just buy the beardy first. But I had questions first. And when I was done with the questions, all the little baby beardies were bought up. Except for one. The one I'm holding in my hand right now. In this video. Mikey. And he was so fucking cute. He was adorable. He was so tiny. He was the size that he could fit in his mouth right now than in this video. That's how small he was. He was only like a few inches. He was so tiny. So cute. Oh, look at him. See what I told you? He's resting in my hand, becoming a wet noodle. That means he's pretty much done taking a bath. He's relaxed. He's like, oh, he starts passing out. So cute. They told me they were red fancies. And let me tell you, he's not red. He's more of a, well, he's brown looking right now, but underneath the light, and especially underneath the sun, and especially when he gets a lot of like bright light, he becomes a really cool golden color. And he does have red in him, and his beard does remind me of like Reese's Pieces. It's pretty fucking cool. But he is awesome. I love him. He's my cute little boy. We're very close. He's very affectionate. A little skittish sometimes, but it's. I think it's because, of course, it's what's left over in the reptilian brain. You know, he only acts on instinct. If you move too fast, it does scare the beardy. But he's the only one who's like that. The female one is not. That tells me that Spike, the female, her species, her breed, is more domesticated than Mike's is. And the reason why I say that is because fancy beardies do not exist in the wild. No, they do not. You can't find these guys in the wild. These guys would not be able to survive in the wild. Just like a beagle wouldn't, or a chihuahua. those don't find. Do you see what I just did? That annoying laugh. I just did it right now. Oh, I gotta stop doing that. Well, maybe not. Maybe I should just keep doing it and fuck with it. Okay. But that's what I mean. Bearded dragons that are from the wild, their eyes are more naturally black. They have almost no iris. Their nails are almost jet black, like no transparency at all. The fancy beardies, they have a golden iris. You can see their eyes, plain of view. They have a beautiful eye color. And their nails are half translucent. You can kind of see through it. It's really fucking cool, parts of the nails. You know, yeah, cute dragon, you're so happy. Alright, time to give Spike a bath now. Ah, there she is, already in the tub, ready to go. Now, Spike, she is so much more, okay, they're both laid back, but Spike is not skittish at all. She's kind of more fearless. She's a lot more brave. And she's a lot more curious about people and stuff like that. She's a people person. When anybody new comes to the house, she wants to come out of the cage and she wants to meet them. She wants to greet them. She is such a people person. She's so nice so good with kids. She does good with everybody. At first she wasn't like that, because I used to take her farmer's market a while ago, and she would sometimes show her fucking teeth to people, and that's not good. But the more I took her, the more she got used to it, and she was fine. However, when she is outside, and she doesn't have a roof over her head, she freaks out, because she goes back into her instinct of her ancestors, man. A lot of people don't know this, but a lot of lizards, most lizards actually, have a third eye. Now, I'm going to say this right now. All fucking reptiles have a third eye, just like all humans and mammals have a third eye. It's within our brain. It's like for humans, our third eye is actually behind our skull, or kind of between our eyes, above, kind of between under the forehead. It's called the pineal gland. It's what's responsible for dreaming and lots of other things. And scientists still haven't really cracked the full code of it. There's a code of it. There's a lot more to learn about it, and the pharaohs knew a lot more about it than we did. If only we knew what really happened in Egypt. But there was a lot more going on, and psychedelics were definitely involved. And I wish the Egyptologists would just suck up and say, yeah, well, we don't know what happened. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Let's find out. Instead of going, no, it's not. We got Egypt all wrapped up. Fuck Graham Hancock or Robert Schoch. Meh. Yeah, I don't like those Egyptologists. I love Graham Hancock, and I love Robert Schoch. Definitely check those out. I'm sorry for the rant. Okay, Spike, and just like a lot of other lizards, have a visible third eye on top of their head. You can see it. Doesn't look like an eye, though. It looks like a specialized scale that has a little window in it. It's literally a little tiny scale that has a little window in it. And it's, oh, she's about to take a big shit. Spike always takes bigger dumps, too. Get ready for this. This is going to be a lot. Oh, gosh. Oh, it's always a little bit of white comes out first. Oh, ooh, little log. 3 fucking logs. Mike had 2. She's got 3, and that white shit at the end, and a lot of piss. Do you see that? Oh, my God. Oh, good girl. Now, every time, I gotta do this. Every time I take her out of the tote, I have to grab her tail firmly. Because every time you pick her up, only Spike does this. Mike does not do this. Spike fucking helicopters her tail. She whips it around. And I don't want to pull her out of poopy water, and then she whips her tail around, and then I get it on my fucking lower lip. That's no good. The backsplash, ugh. So I be careful. I'm always careful with her when I pull her out of the poopy water from the tote. God damn it. But, oh, yeah, I'm glad I got... There she is. She loves playing in the tub. She's having a lot of fun. They both love the tub. Absolutely. So, they got a third eye on the top of their head. And what they use it for... Okay, so, you know, I told you about the specialized scale that has a little kind of lens on it. It's like a little window. The eyeball's right underneath it, and it looks all around. They use it as a sensory organ to look out for birds of prey, because that's what they had to worry about in the wild. Their ancestors and current bearded dragons that are in the wild right now in Australia. And again, their real names are called pagonas. Pagona. A bearded dragon is like a Western name. It's something. I think it's a name that started here in America. I'm not sure. Who fucking knows? Or Canada. Who? Fuck it. I don't know. I'll do more research on it later. So just right now I'm being lazy. But it's really fucking cool, and you have to, so that a lot of people don't know this, when you get a bearded dragon, and this is a good thing to know, when you approach your beardy, approach it super, not super, but calmly, pleasantly, don't make sudden movements, because their sensory organ reacts to it almost like they think it's a bird of prey, and they will fucking, some may run away from you, not that they're running away from you, it's just, it's on instinct. They're like, oh my gosh, bird! Because they have to think at like a reflex action super fast. They have to act fast because in the wild, birds don't give you time to act fast. They they just swoop on in. So as soon as they feel the swoop, you know, when birds come and they swoop by. Remember that scene in Jeepers Creepers 2 where the bus is parked and all of the students are outside. One of them's by himself and he takes a piss and the creeper flies overhead and you see the shadow pass right over him. That's what the beardies feel like, okay? They feel that every time. They're like, oh shit, and they fucking gotta run for cover when they feel like that shadow comes over them because they think, oh, big fucking falcon or hawk or magpie's gonna fucking eat me. So, yeah, they gotta be careful about that. And you be careful as a responsible dragon owner. Oh, another thing I want to point out. Just reminded myself. I got a cousin. I don't know this cousin because they live in Florida. And any cousin that lives out of state, I don't really know too well. Except if they've lived there and I've known them my whole life and then they move out of state, then I still know them. But the only cousin I have that actually lives out of state that I know and love is Tim the Jaguar Dueling. Yeah, that's right, bitch. I'm related to Tim Dueling, the famous boxer. That's my cousin. He's awesome, and I can't wait till he gets on Joe Rogan's podcast because that'd be fucking awesome. But anywho, I don't know why I went off topic. I'm just trying to fill up the space with verbal diarrhea on this podcast. Are you enjoying the water, Spike? Is that a good time? You having a good time? Yes, she is. A lot of people don't know this, but sometimes she has to take a shit 2 times during a bath. So I gotta wait a little longer, make sure she takes another shit. But if she doesn't, she'll be good probably. Okay, so I got a cousin that lives out of state in Florida. Don't know her too well. I just met her recently because we had a funeral. When you have a funeral, usually that's really when you meet a lot of different cousins you don't know is at a funeral, because everybody's coming from out of state, out of town, whatever. And you're like, oh, I didn't know you're my cousin. That's cool. Well, I met this girl. She was really nice, and my cousin. And I learned she had bearded dragons too. She had 2 females and 1 male. And I also learned that she doesn't have a cover in front of the male's cage, so the male always sees the females at all times. And that's... okay, that's bad. Bearded dragons... here's the thing. You can have females together in a cage. They'll be fine, because they're not competing. Most of the time. Some may, because, you know, dragons are like any people. They have all different personalities. They do not all act the same. They have very distinct personalities. Mike and Spike have distinct personalities, for sure. But a lot of people don't know this. You're supposed to. If you have a male and a female, and they're in both the same room, you need to have a cover or some sort of blockage. They can't see each other all the time. Okay, they can't see each other from their tanks. They're not supposed to. Because the male will constantly peacock and arouse the female, which means he'll force blood to his beard to make it look black, and that makes him look sexy. And he puffs his beard out to make it look like a saw blade, which makes him look bigger and sexy. And he's basically like, look at me, lady, I got a big dick. You want to fuck? And then the female, and he does quick head bobs too, and slams his like claws on the table or the tank, like, yeah, you like that? Head bob, slam, head bob, slam. And then the females, they do a slow worm dance. You know, the worm, but they do it really slowly. You know, it's very sexy. They're arousing each other. You don't want them in tanks where they can see each other at all fucking times, because all they're going to do is focus on arousing each other, which is going to stress them out, because it takes a lot of energy to peacock. It really does. And that's no good. And here's the thing. I basically told her that. And she she didn't make it very clear to me, like, oh, well, I'll make sure to go home and do that. She just kind of, well, you know, it's like almost she brushed it off. And I said in the nicest way, and I'm like, okay, well, if you continue to do that, knowing the information I gave you, that would be considered animal abuse. And her expression on her face changed. Because she never heard someone say the truth, the brutal truth, like I just did. And as soon as I did that, my fucking demeanor changed. Because I'm smiling, and when I said animal abuse, I went straight face. And it hit her. It hit her. And not in a bad way, but she's like, whoa, fuck. I think she took me serious after that. Because I'm a proud owner of 2 beardies. And when I see somebody take care of them, I let them know, like, hey, that's not how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to do it like this. Or you could do it like this. You know, there's many different options. You don't have to just do this. Like, hey, maybe not. If you don't want to put a cover or a barrier between the 2 dragon tanks, maybe put 1 dragon in another room. Maybe do that. Another thing a lot of people don't know. If you have a pet bearded dragon, please, dragons love stimuli. They love brain stimuli. They love toys. They love playing with things. They love interaction. If you're someone who has a bearded dragon and you're not home most of the time, you shouldn't have a bearded dragon. I'm sorry, you shouldn't. They're going to be mean. They're going to be nasty. They're not going to be used to human handling. That's not good. But if you are super busy and you do love your bearded dragon and you are home not that much, may I suggest put on the TV for it. Let it watch TV. That's good. They watch it. They pay attention to people's faces. A lot of times I play for my dragons the James Bond series. I just have them play like literally all All of them. Like, as soon as one done, it goes to the next one. And what's cool about them, they recognize facial features. So as soon as James Bond comes back on screen, she looks over, she's like, oh, there's that guy's face again. It's kind of, they put it together like, oh, this is the main character of this story. I don't know how they're thinking. But you need to put some brain stimuli for them. They can get bored. All right? A bored dragon is an unhealthy dragon. You want them happy, you want them active, you want them to exercise. You don't want them in their cage all day, every day. It's good to take them out for an hour, 2 hours, have them run around, have them play. If you just hold them and watch TV with them, after they take a big dump, of course. I don't trust my dragons to hold them when they haven't dumped. I want to make sure they take a shit, because they're reptiles. Even though they're smart, they still got the reptile brain. They just take a shit when they're most comfortable. They're like, oh, this is a nice spot. I'm in a beanbag. It's warm. It's soft. I'm all cozy, wrapped up in a blanket. I'm gonna take a diarrhea shit right now. Ugh! And they just release, and it's like, God damn it! I just bought this for you. Yeah, so just know that. Know all that stuff having a dragon. And there's a lot of more information to have as well. This has kind of been a dragon episode / lifeguard episode. I had fun. I'm sorry, lifeguard training. I was not a fucking lifeguard ever. I should never have done that class. Well, actually, no. I'm happy I did that class. Because, again, I had a lot of fun with those people. Doing those fun activities where we made fucking floating devices out of our goddamn jeans. That was pretty cool. I peed in the pool every time. She's having such a fun time in the water. Oh my gosh. It's getting really muggy in there. Getting condensation all over on the lens. It's getting foggy. Oh my goodness gracious. It has been a simple podcast tonight, let me tell you. Simple fucking cast. Oh, holy shit. I was at work. And I always listen to other podcasts while I'm at work getting stuff done. And I saw that Joe Rogan had Alex Jones and Tim Dillon on it together. All three of them. Holy shit. And let me tell you, not disappointed. It's been fantastic so far. I'm like halfway through. It's ball bustering. Holy shit. There's a lot of drops on there that just fucking worry me about what's going to happen in the future. It's scary. You have to check it out. You have to, any Alex Jones, Joe Rogan thing, here's the thing, I love Alex Jones, I don't like InfoWars. I don't get into it. It's crazy because it's straight Alex Jones talking. And it can be a little too much because he is fucking crazy, but entertaining as shit, and he's right 98% of the time. Some things he's wrong on for sure, but the things he's wrong on, the media fucking amplifies that stuff, so a lot of people think he's wrong about everything. No, he's been right about a bunch of shit. Anytime Joe is on InfoWars, I watch it. One time Joe had, Whiskey Ginger. What's his name? Whiskey Ginger. What's his name? Damn it. Andrew Santino. Another funny comic. He was on, too, InfoWars with Joe. With Alex Jones. It was great. But this, and I think Tim Dillon was on InfoWars as well. I remember him being on. Pretty sure I've seen that episode. But this fucking takes the cake. It's pretty awesome. It's still, so far, I've not listened to it all the way through. As I said, I'm halfway through. It's still not as good as the one before, where it was Joe, Eddie Bravo, and Alex Jones. That one's fucking more the one where he says, listen, I'm kind of retarded. I fucking love that one. I still listen to that one to this day. It's fantastic. And I mean all the way through, and it's like almost 5 fucking hours. This one's 3.5 hours. It's not that long, but still a great fucking time. It's a good listen. Please check them out. And please check out Tim Dillon. He is currently the funniest gay comedian in the business. He's fucking great, and he doesn't even carry himself like a gay guy. A lot of people don't even realize he's gay until he says, oh yeah, I'm gay. No, you seem like he's just an angry, ranting New Yorker. I fucking love him. He's great. He's hilarious. That was good. Well, tonight I'm going to try to draw some stuff. After I'm done recording this, I'm going to work on the description for this podcast. And I need to get into TikTok. TikTok is dumb as fuck, but I need to get into it because almost everybody's into it. And it would be very simple for me to get a huge audience because I'm really good at rhyming things. I like making serial killer nursery rhymes, and I can just read off my fucking weird descriptions that I have on my YouTube descriptions of my podcast. They're strange. You know, the ones that rhyme, they're 8 sentences, 4 rhymes, and they're really funny and random as shit. I love those. So yeah, I'm going to get on TikTok and do that. And that'll be fun and stupid. And I'll get an audience, and then some more people will be interested. Oh, look at that clean dragon. She's so happy. Yeah, so happy. Yeah, so happy. Oh, we're getting near the end of this cast. I better put everything in before... I don't have anything else to talk about besides these clean dragons. Look at them warming up. There's the boy. Little Mikey. Little Dr. Mike Tyson. Don't worry, he's a doctor. He's warming up under his red heat lamp. So cute. Yeah. And then once he's sick over there, he's going to warm up under the brighter one. He moved over right now. There he is. That one's the warmer one. It's a little hotter. So when you have bearded dragons, you got to keep lamps on both sides. You got to have kind of a cool spot and a warm spot. The warm spot would be like 95 degrees, almost to 100. And the cool spot, you don't want any cooler than 85 degrees. They like it warm. They really do. I mean, these guys are desert dwellers. You have to imagine their ancestors. I mean, the current beardies are in Australia, where some temperatures get up to 120 degrees. It's hot as fuck, and they like it. So I'm sure they're not in the direct sun at that point. They're probably chilling under a log or some leaves, or buried themselves under sand to cool off. Because it's good for them to thermoregulate. You don't want them hot all the time. They can overheat and get sick. You don't want them to do that. Because, like, at the end of the day, when he's done and he's had enough, he'll go at the bottom, the bottomest of the tank where it's the coolest, and he'll start passing out underneath no light. So it's like the coolest part of the tank, which gets about, I don't know, 80 degrees. And he likes it. And at that point, I cover him up in a shirt. Wrap him up in a shirt, put him to bed. Oh, look at cute Spiky. Warming up under her sun after the nice warm bath. Well, yeah, simple fucking night. Simple podcast. I know. Sorry I didn't do a video diary. Sorry you couldn't see my nipples and my hairy chest. And sorry I didn't have any farts prepared for you guys. I know! It's called a podcast about fine arts and farts, and this one I have neither art nor farts. But, hey, this is the art of videoing, the art of podcasting. And let me tell you, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for allowing me to have some of your time this evening. I'm Ben Davis, and I'm far more stranger than anyone can ever describe. If you wish to see the madness continue, please like and subscribe. I'm going to go jerk off now. And then take a big shit. And then jerk off again.